Alright, hey guys, I took my glasses off because I'm tired of the glare with the window right in front of me. And so anyway, let's just fix this before I touch my hair for the rest of the video. I'm going to try not to touch my hair as much today. This is Sadie's ear. She is sitting right next to me looking out the window. But I want to do a video today on what it's like to be a ministry wife. Now I asked for some questions on Instagram, so I got a few from one of my dear friends, and so I'm going to answer those today. I'm not wearing any makeup and it shows, but that's okay. I don't mind it. I don't mind how I look without makeup, but I just do notice all the little acne and discoloration. Anyway, so I'm going to get into my questions. I had them on my phone, so I had to write them down. I do miss using a camera and a laptop to film and edit my videos, but that's okay. Moving on. Anyway, into the video. So my husband just got a job at our church that we've been going to for years. He's gone there for like 20 years. I've gone there for like 6. And this past July, they called about a position, and the interview process took place mostly during August, and then he started, it did take place in August, and then he started in September. It was mostly just drawn out because his previous job, they weren't ready to let him go yet. They were at a really hard time of like, they couldn't really lose another person at that moment. So he stayed until September 2nd, I believe was his first day working at our church. So anyway, our church is in the Christian and Missionary Alliance. If you want to look into our denomination, you can. We're Bible-believing Christians. We believe in mission work, obviously, and that's really important to us. So anyway, that's just a little bit about the background of this. And so I have been a ministry wife since September, and my husband is not a main preaching pastor. He is what they call a discipleship pastor. That's the title they gave him for our church, and he just started seminary this week, so he does not have like a biblical degree at the moment, but he is going to school for it. So that's a little background. I'll get into things more with these questions, and honestly, I'll just start with that first one. The first one is, what is Luke's favorite topic to preach on? So as I was saying, he does not actually preach. He's not a preaching pastor or a teaching pastor at the moment. He is just doing, they call him a discipleship pastor. That is his title, and he is currently over our assimilation team, or our what do we call it, our greeters and stuff. There's another word for it that I just totally lost now that I'm of course filming this video, but it's like our greeters, our parking lot team, our coffee house team, VIP room, which is like first time guests come to this room and like get a little gift and get like to ask questions about the church, and maybe get like a tour or whatever. Anyway, so he's over all of those like main volunteers, and then he's also in charge of our college age group that we are running, and he's kind of trying to get that up from the ground running. And then he's also over our discipleship making processes, and so he is also in charge of like small groups, and we're starting up these discipleship groups, and so he's just over all of those things to make disciples from the time that they get into, a Christian gets into the church, to when to when they can then go and make other disciples. Like, it's just like that whole process. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, sorry, our neighbor was shoveling right outside our house, and it was just loud. So anyway, but I was getting around to answer the question. So he doesn't preach, but what he really enjoys is discipleship, honestly. And so, sorry, I had an itch right there, so I was scratching it, and now, oh, I have a birthmark there too, don't I? Interesting. Anyway, so yeah, he doesn't really have something that he loves to preach on because he doesn't preach, but he is very smart about theology, and I'm very proud of him. He is very studious, and I'm sure he'll have to preach at some point as a part of his degree, but right now he hasn't, so I don't really know how to answer that, and other than what I've said. But the next question is, so do you have any specific responsibilities? So with Luke's position, the things that I talked about him doing, I help out with the college age group. We facilitate it at our house, so I help take care of our house, and I just try to take care of like the girls side of things. Sometimes we break off into guys and girls, and so I'll kind of try to lead a little bit with the girls, with our young women. And then I do make a dessert or a breakfast or some treat for the volunteers in the morning. Look at her nose. And actually his position is changing soon, so soon he won't be doing the assimilation team, the like greeters and stuff. Soon he'll be actually teaching our juniors and seniors in high school, and not doing the greeter stuff, but that's just like a change in his position. But anyway, so I'll be helping out with that too, and then with the overall discipleship making process, I don't really do a lot, but a big thing that I think honestly that I can contribute to his position is that I just try to talk with him. I'm not very good at it because he always wants to talk late at night, and I always want to talk in the morning. That's just something with our relationship that we work on, but I do try to help him talk through things and think through things, and I give suggestions, you know, when and where I can, but that's like any wife with her husband's job. And then, is there pressure to be the perfect Christian woman? Yes and no. I think it's all for myself, honestly. There is a certain standard, I feel like, in the women of our church, in the like ministry staff members, whether it's the women on staff or the spouses, you know, the wives of the people on staff, we all kind of try to be helpful and positive and pray for others and talk to others. And you know, before I might not have talked to so many people that I don't really know as well. I mean, not to be rude, or, you know, not that I didn't want to, but I meet a lot more people through the functions that we have, that Luke goes to and facilitates and does, and anyway, so I just feel like I'm a lot more outgoing and open at church than I previously might have been. I'm just kind of more of an introverted person anyway, so I kind of have become a little bit more extroverted or a little bit more outgoing because of being a pastor's wife. And I also just hold myself to a certain standard of like making sure I'm dressed nicely, making sure that I don't know, perfect Christian woman. I mean, I feel like, you know, no one's perfect, and I think people know that no one's perfect, and if I disappoint people, then okay. I think most of it's just myself, and when I'm hanging out with my friends and they're all being really goofy, sometimes I'm like, oh, I shouldn't be doing some of these, like, I shouldn't be so like silly because I'm a pastor's wife, but it really doesn't matter. People know that I'm young, that I'm 22, and that I'm, you know, I'm going to be hanging out with my friends and being goofy. So a lot of the pressure just comes from myself and not really others. Sorry, I feel like I've talked for a long time already in this video, so I'll try to wrap it up. But the last thing is, what's the best part about it? And I think it's so fun to be involved in community and with people, and I think just the support of the staff members, the other staff members, yeah, just the support of everyone else is something that I really enjoy, and it's awesome that my husband works at our church. Like, we love our church. And alright, I think I'm just gonna wrap this up. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if I was a little awkward. My neighbor was out and about in front of this window while I was filming, so I felt a little bit weird. But anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day. God bless. I will see you guys later. And yeah, if you ever have more questions for me, leave them down below and I can do a part 2 or something. And yeah, thanks. Bye. My neighbor's right outside my house. It makes me feel really uncomfortable. So anyway.